finally, I was Tim.
I'm Trevor Gemma. I was Harold. I just have a lot more hair now.
Hi, I'm Leela Selena, and I played Beatrice.
Hi, sorry, really sick. I'm Casey Strandquist, and I played Sophia.
Hi, I'm Callie Jean Sorensen, and I played Patricia. I'm Stephanie Dick, and I played Harriet.
I'm very Charlotte. I'm Gertrude.
Yeah.
I'm Megan Hotz. I was co-writer.
Bob Woolsey. I'm Bob Woolsey, a writer as well.
I'm Naeem Sutherland, the cinematographer.
Hi, I'm Brandon Peterson. I was the lead costume designer.
Hi, I'm Natasha, and I played Serena.
Hello, I'm Darren Borrowman, and I was one of the producers, the editor, and the groper.
Hi, I'm Red Heartbreaker. I was one of the composers and also the vocal coach.
Hi, I'm Victoria Pearson, and I was the co-production designer and set decorator.
From working with the filmmakers on the DC.
Just a couple more on the side.
Hello, my name is Jayla. I was the head of the hair department and the key stylist. My name is Maya Saxel, and I was one of the composers.
Hi, I'm Kim. I was one of the composers and also worked on the title sequence.
I think as everyone can see, it was quite a team effort to work on Charlotte's song. I think it's a really big treat that everyone can be here tonight. I was hoping that the production team would be able to comment on their collaborative approach to filmmaking and what that was like working on the first feature film.
Yeah, we tackled this in a bit of a different way than a lot of independent films are usually tackled. Not so much the auteur director vision, but rather we approached it as a really collaborative project where the keys in all the different departments were, empowered to run their own little kingdoms, and all of the people that you see up here were involved. All the creative decisions were at all of the key meetings, and it was amazing being able to collaborate with so many brilliant, energetic, open-minded people. So yeah, a bit unusual, but it was fantastic to have these many people helping us.
Would anyone like to ask a question to anyone on the cast or crew?
Don't be shy.
Most of the audience is down here now.
I have a question for Bob. I was wondering, when you were writing the story, there was ever a moment where you had a breakthrough where something happened with the story that you thought?
Well, Megan and I worked together on the story in the beginning period of it. Jessica and Lindsay obviously brought us the sort of concept, and we were able to collaborate up to like first draft of the screenplay. But of course, Megan came from Canmore. You were living in Canmore at the time, and so after the first draft, Megan had to go back to Canmore, and so I lost my my main sounding board, and so then we the first couple drafts, Randall was just like a guy who was just like a bad human, and it wasn't working. It just something was off. And so when I got to the point where I was like, oh, what if he's a fairy? That was sort of like the main kind of, and then a lot of problems kind of solved themselves from that. So that was kind of a key moment.
Yeah, when you told me about that, I got lost.
Yeah, it worked out. So. And then of course, because that was a role that we wanted to get somebody the Ewan's caliber to come and play. So that helped kind of make him a fully rounded character as well. So.
I have another question. This is for Nick. I'm just curious if you had a highlight or a favorite moment from your production.
There's two different moments that I really love. One of them was during where the girls are rehearsing for the dirtier version of the show, and I remember just seeing the frame and the way the costumes and the set design and the choreography and everything came together. It was just very rewarding to like an emotional level to see all those departments coming together to create, this singular beautiful frame. It's the same one that you're seeing that was on the front of the West Ender and stuff, and that was a gorgeous moment. I think another one that was just a really rewarding collaboration moment was working with Steve and Natasha when Steve was on the floor dying, and he was having that vision of Natasha, and it was like this really emotional scene. And I can't remember, like we were pretty far into the shoot at that point, and we'd been shooting that sort of epic sequence at the end there for about 3 days, and it was at the very end, and we were all really exhausted. And I got super emotional with them, like they were in character, and I felt like I was kind of living that moment with them. And it just, as far as actor-director collaboration goes, it was just this very kind of profound moment.
I have a question for anyone on the cast or crew. Were there any challenges or surprises on set or during the making of this film? And how did you deal with them?
Who wants the mic? Who wants to talk about the frat house? Anyone have any good frat boy stories? We filmed in an active frat house. It was all we could afford.
They walked in their underwear once. Yeah, they were all shirtless in their underwear and with beer. And, yeah, no, it was pretty great.
Oh yeah, no, they were totally, it was like the frat house. You had your KD, you had your big thing of like Kool-Aid, like everything. It was pretty, yeah, just underwear, dude. Listen, we're not here to talk about this. No, just kidding. Anyone else have something to add about that? All right. Darren's the expert.
The frat house, the thing about the frat house, this is a big giant house out near UBC that we were really privileged to completely take over for almost, what was this, 6 weeks? Almost 6 weeks we took over this house, which in indie film is kind of unprecedented. It was an active frat house, yes. However, most of them left. Some of them hung around, and we had them all sectioned off in one little area in the very basement near the power box. It was right down in the bottom there. But watching the film, I don't think that you would expect that was a frat house. And I think that goes towards the amount of production design that Tori and Jessica put in to completely redesigning that place. We built the barn, we built the stage, and it was 100% decorated. And then at the very end, of course, we reset the whole thing again, back to white. Boring. Oh, it was awful. So that's the frat house.
I was wondering if you could just quickly explain the intelligent genre that you're exploring in your film, what that means, and any other future topics you might be working on with the same variety.
I'll speak to the first part, and then I'll let Jessica take over the mic after. In terms of intelligent genre, I think it's just what we're inspired by. We looked a lot at films that we love, so Alien, Pan's Labyrinth, The Thing, these classics, but you look at like the environment being an antagonist that you see in The Thing where they're isolated, they can't get away. So we looked at like all these films that we loved, and then we looked at all of the other things that were just amazing points. 1930s Dust Bowl was basically the apocalypse happening to these poor people in a real time in history. So to put a mermaid in that setting just made sense, really. We love the Hans Christian Andersen story. It's so tragic. It's so far from what people know as a norm of the Little Mermaid. So to take that, put it in a Dust Bowl setting, and kind of follow this production design first, get this story, get this historical moment, and wrap it all up with this beautiful, tragic story was just what we were inspired by. So in terms of intelligent genre, we wanted it to be a drama. We wanted it to have a little bit of horror film-esque sense to it in terms of this mermaid attacking at the end, but we wanted it to be smart. We didn't want it to be a pick-em-off style traditional horror film. So we kind of put them both together, and it's something that I think is still pretty rare in cinema overall, but I think we did pretty good at it. In terms of the next project, I'm going to hand this one over to Jessica.
The next one's also in the intelligent genre vein, where it's heavily about the human drama, but it's set in the 1800s Whitechapel during the reign of Jack the Ripper. It's based on the IDW comic book Monster and Madman, written by Steve Niles of 30 Days of Night fame. I'm going to be directing this one, and we're slated to start shooting late 2016. Naeem Sutherland's, where is he? Is going to be shooting that one again, and we're really very excited about working with Steve and getting to dive into another dark fantasy horror genre type of project again.
Unfortunately, that's all the time that we have for a Q&A, but I'd like to invite anyone else with a question or comment to ask anyone from the lovely cast and crew of Charlotte's Song